Hi friends, as per my promise, I will continue with the first classical theory, that is Adam Smith theory of absolute cost difference. I will explain today what is theory of absolute cost difference given by Adam Smith. As we know, Adam Smith, also known as father of economics, gave the pure theory of international trade. What is the pure theory of international trade? Theory of absolute cost difference. Get it? This theory for absolute cost difference is the result of advantage of division of labor both in the state level, national level and international level. What is the division of labor is there, that only the base for theory of absolute cost difference. Before I will explain the theory, we will see what are the assumptions of theory of absolute cost difference. First assumptions: two country, two commodity and one factors of production. Two country, two commodity and one factors of production. That factor of production is labor. So main assumption here: one factors of production, labor is only factor of production. And in UGC NET economics, these assumptions are very important because four options will be there which will be quite same. So you will be very confident about each and every point so that you can take the right one. So first assumption: two country, two commodity and one factors of production, that is labor. Labor is only one factor of production. Second, full employment in the economy. In the economy, full employment should prevail. Third, labor is perfectly immobile between the countries. Labor should not mobile, it will be immobile. Get it? Movement of labor is quite difficult. Then law of constant return is in operation. Remember in microeconomics when I explain constant returns to scale, negative returns to scale, positive returns to scale. Negative is not there. Positive returns and a constant return, increasing returns and decreasing returns and a constant returns in operation. So these are the assumption. Now we will come to what are the explanation of the theory. Actually what theory want to say? Every country, actually these four line is the main important core point for this theory. Every country tends to specialize in the production of that commodity which it can produce most cheaply than others and exchange it for the goods which cost less in other countries. What the theory want to tell? Every country, it's not that it's a developed country, underdeveloped country or developing country. Every country tends to specialize in the production of that commodity. They should give importance to that commodity which they can produce more cheaply. Here factors of production is labor. By utilizing less labor, which products they can produce more than other country, and they should exchange it for the goods which cost less in other countries. Get it? I will give the example and I will explain what I told in this four line. According to Adam Smith, the division of labor at the international level requires the existence of absolute difference in cost. How it creates the absolute difference in cost, I will show you in this example. In this example, two countries are there, country A and country B. One factors of productions, that one factors of production, one man day labor and one man day labor in both countries. Two commodities, commodities X and Y. See what I told in the assumption, that I am giving example here. Two country, two commodity, one factors of production. Country A, by utilizing one labor in one man day, they can produce, country A can produce commodity X 20 units and commodity Y 10 units. Country B, utilizing labor, producing two commodity, commodity X 10 unit and commodity Y 20 units. If we will see the ratio of exchange, 1 unit of X equal to half unit of Y. How? If we will make it a commodity X by Y, means Y by X, that means 10 by 20, it will be 0.5. Like that only, if you will see the exchange ratio of exchange here by Y by X, it will be 20 by 10, that will be 2 units. So here what we saw, the whole example signifies the country A. Here the country A has an absolute advantage in producing X. Get it? While country B enjoy absolute advantage in producing commodity Y. So how the country will do the trade? If the country A specialize in the production and export of commodity X, and a country B specialize in the production and export of commodity Y, both the countries stand to the gains. That means if country A by utilizing less labor producing more unit of X good, and a country B by utilizing less number producing more country Y, then when they will trade country X thing, they will trade to country B, and a commodity Y country B will export to commodity X. If I will tell country A, B, you will confuse. I will make the example more simpler. Here, see. Here I gave two example. Why I gave two example? I will explain, then you will get it. So example 1, you just see it. In the example 1, I wrote two country, India and USA. Only one factors of production, labor. I write here in the short form, I wrote L. Two commodity, good X and good Y. India is producing good X by utilizing 100 labor. India is producing good Y by utilizing 50 laborers. So India is specialized in producing good Y, whereas USA is producing good X by utilizing 50 labor and producing good Y by utilizing 100 labor. So USA is specialized in producing in good X. So what are the four line I explained in the first explanation of the Adam Smith theory of absolute advantage? They told that we can say India is more efficient introducing good Y as compared to USA. Why? Because India is using less labor per unit as compared to USA. Similarly, USA is more efficient introducing good X because USA utilizing less labor compared to India. Get it? So they are specializing in which product they will do trade or export of that product. Another case, according to Smith, if the case will be like this, India is producing good X by giving 50 units of labor and good Y by giving 600 units of labor. 600 units of labor, correct. USA is using 450 units of labor and for good Y it is using 400 units of labor. See, if you will first see good X, then compared to India, USA utilizing less labor, means in good X USA is specialized. If you will see good Y, in good Y also, that USA is specialized because USA utilizing less labor 400 compared to 600, 400 is less. So here what you saw, according to Smith, trade is not take place. Trade is impossible in between India and USA because USA is using less labor introducing both the goods. In the both X and Y, USA is using less labors compared to India. So on that basis, the theory of absolute advantages there will not, according to theory of absolute advantages, there will be no trade. Get it? This is the explanation of the theory. The country specialized in any product means they should export, they should produce and they export to that product only. If a country, if in between two countries, if one country is specialized in both the good, then trade is not possible. Then you will see that when I explain the theory, I realize, even you people also realize, no doubt, Adam Smith gave a very quite nice and lucid explanation of the principle of absolute cost advantages as the basis of international transaction. Yet this theory has certain weakness that I wrote criticism. What are the important criticism? I explain first. This theory assumes that each exporting country has an absolute cost advantages in production of a specific commodity. But it may not be true for some time. When a country has no specific line of production in which it has an absolute superiority, then they will not do the trade. They will do. Get it? So in this situation, it is the first criticism of Adam Smith. Second, the absolute cost advantage had failed to explore in any comprehensive manner. That I will explain in the David-Ricardo theory in the next, in the what is comprehensive manner, how we can compare two factors. So the absolute cost advantage had failed to explore in any comprehensive manner of the factors influencing trade between two and more countries. Here only they gave two countries. That is the super criticism. Third, the vent for surplus doctrine of Adam Smith is not complete satisfactory. Why it is not complete satisfactory? If you think about a poor country or underdeveloped country, what are the rest or surplus? They will not make export. They will keep for the emergency situation. Get it? This is the complete explanation of Adam Smith theory of absolute cost advantages. So first I explain Adam Smith gave the theory. Then second I explain what are the assumptions. Third I explain what actually the theory want to say. Then I gave the example. In the example I gave two country, two commodities and one factor labor, and I compared the two country. And I gave the conclusion that country A has an absolute advantages in producing X, means country B enjoy absolute advantage in producing commodity Y. So if the country A specialize in the production and export of commodity X and the commodity B specialize in the production and export of Y, both the countries stand for gains. Get it? And if one country is specialized in both product, means at that situation the trade is impossible, no trade. Get it? This is all about Adam Smith theory of absolute cost advantages. Thank you, student. If any doubt you can ask me. Next class we will go for Ricardo theory. Thank you, class.